Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is add the grids. So first thing, I'll just make sure my scope box is pulled up out of the sky. Give me a little bit of extra room there. It's not in my way. So what we're going to do is use grids to locate the walls and stuff, so it'll be a lot easier. So architecture grid. So go to your architecture grid, and I'm going to come down to the bottom left, and I'm going to left click kind of pretty close to where the intersection of this JPEG wall is, and once I left click, it's going to give me a grid line, and I just want to pull that up above the top, making sure the blue alignment dash line is on so I know I'm vertical, and left click. And then I'm going to modify to stop the grid command. I'm going to pick that grid and scroll down here. You can pick it now or pick it afterwards. And I want to copy it over to the right 21 foot 1. So I'm just going to go to copy, left click anywhere, doesn't matter, drag to the right with the blue alignment line current and type in 21 space 1 and enter. Right? And it's going to copy that grid. You see it up at the top, copying it over to the right. Now if I come back down here, I can keep copying. I have my multiple selected right here, and I can go ahead and copy 5 foot 9, right? And it'll place another one. I'm just going to hit enter to stop the command for now, and we'll take a look at what we have. We have a 1, 2, and a 3, and then the next one, right, is going to be all of these added up to there, or 21 foot 1, 40 minus 21 foot 1, or we can just come over here and pick this grid and copy it over 40 space 5, 40 foot 5 inches, right, and hit enter. Now we take a look and make sure that we're pretty close, right? Like there's our line and there's the wall. The image doesn't have to be exact. It's just really there for us to learn, to know where things are. So the next thing we want to do is the horizontal grids. So let's go ahead and do those. So I'm going to go ahead to architecture and grid. Now I'm going to start over here at this bottom left corner here and pick as close as I can to that intersection, right on the grid line extension. Not overly important, and pull over to the left. And I'm going to come in and change this guy to an A and start copying it up. So I'll go to modify to stop the grid command, pick the grid, and I'm going to go ahead and copy this one up 24 foot 6. So 24 space 6. Right, and there's the B. And then we can keep going. If you have multiple selected, you can keep going with the 30 foot 6. And that'll get us to there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and copy one up all the way to the end. Right? So the total length of this is 80 foot 6. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that guy up 80 foot 6. And we've got those guys. Looks like really the only one that we would also want would be this one as well. So we could copy this D down 21 foot 6. Right? And you might, I don't know, that's not really, these two are kind of small, but we're not really using these as true grid lines. You could go ahead and rename this one, like make this an F, and then come in and make this an E, and then come back and make this a D. Right? Okay, so that gives us pretty much all of the grid lines that we need to start with. We can always add more if we need to.